Good afternoon, good evening, everyone. This is Kim Conrad with Kim's Table Talks, Seeing with New Eyes, Dialogues for Changing Times. Today, I'm very excited to share with you a couple writings. One is from a friend that came to me recently. It's called There Came a Time When, and that's by Joseph F. Rosado. And then there'll be another reading of a poet that I love named Rumi, that many of you are likely already familiar with. Today, with everything going on, we have choices. We have choices. Hi, Suzanne. Hello, everybody. So glad you're here. We have choices to make, both inside and out. We're used to watching caterpillars become butterflies. In my view, we're not used to being a caterpillar becoming a butterfly. We're not used to being the cells of a caterpillar becoming a butterfly. And it's not about being a better caterpillar, because then the caterpillar doesn't become the butterfly. It's about letting go of who we thought we were to become who we are now designed to be and can create this world to be that is healthy and harmonious for all of life. And that means adjusting and finding and connecting. And I don't know about you, but I just life itself, waking up in the morning, seeing, hearing, nature, watching the birds is just becoming more and more miraculous. The opportunity to actually connect with a friend, because there are a lot of people's friends that are not here anymore in physical form. That we have choices to make. And I will invite you to go to the Pachamama Alliance. They have a 90-minute free course on what you can begin to do in your own lives, in your own home. Who can we become? And to trust the knowing that we've already made it through being in the womb as a human being. And now we're in the womb of the universe. And we already know how to make it through, and to trust that you're designed for these times. Whether you think so or not, you really truly are, or you would not be here. So, to the magnificence of you and the possibilities that likely exist for all of us and this world that are way beyond anything we could ever think of right now, because it's what's calling us. And to use the powerful voice, the innate powerful voice that you were born with by being the intelligence of life, so that we, as I say, thrive it through. And with that, I'd like to open with There Came a Time. This was from a meditation and a vision that Joseph had. There came a time when the square concrete slabs sitting heavy along the suburban streets were pried up with crowbars, and the squashed soil beneath sucked in fresh air, and people kneeled down along the stretches of dark earth and said, sorry. There came a time when all the light bulbs in each of the street lamps were unscrewed, and in the night the stars have shone down unblinded. The bricks of the derelict houses were pulled from tired walls by many sets of hands and were stacked like the building blocks of children in wheelbarrows to be wheeled away and used again. Then the foundations of the lonely houses crumbled and were swept away, and soil flew on the breeze, carrying dandelion seeds with it. And those many hands with soil in the curves of their fingerprints placed tiny seeds. and pressed tiny seeds in tiny pressed hollows that grew to be oak and sycamore and birch and ash. The black smoke that once wheezed from car exhausts and chimneys and seeped up into the sky, staining the white clouds dark, was now only in the burnings of fallen branches on beaches from bonfires. And the smoke was gray, not black, and the red sparks wove within it a fiery embroidery that sparkled beneath the unveiled stars. The trees that lived in their circles in the pavement in the cities now stretched their roots out, stretched the length of them, stretched long and lovely and intoxicatingly as all the concrete was changed to loose earth, and so the roots could uncoil and the trees could stand steady. And at this time that came, we joined in a beautiful circle to speak of gratitude and align with a powerful meditation. And at this time that came, people went to the sea and kneeled and saw the waves swell against the cliffs or lap against the stones or soak into the sand. They went to the forest and kneeled and looked at the trees shiver, shake, and lose themselves in the wind. They went to the mountain and kneeled and watched, straining their eyes to see the breadth of the earth in the mountains that breathe so slowly in their millennial meditation that one cannot see the rise and fall. And there came a time when the ocean released that last breath it had been holding and eased down a few inches. And the wounds in the sky were allowed to heal and knit back together, and dolphins could sew their threads through the clean blue waters again. And there came a time when the treetops were patched up and noisy again, and orangutans collected their armfuls of fruit again, and all that wilting, dying, crumbling turned to growth, and the world was fresh and clean as after a spring rain. And the poles became solid once more, and the viruses and the famine ended. And humanity learned to love this nature, loved it wholly and completely and unconditionally. And they learned that they are not excluded, that they are nature too. And the indomitable nature within them loved the uncontrollableness, the irrepressibleness, loved the wildness of it all, the glorious mess and the chaos. They learned to love the life in it, the life in them, in us, the organic circular makeup of everything. And we learned to say sorry. So I invite us all to take a few breaths. Whew. And know that that living and that wisdom and that life is all part of you and us. And that we deeper and deeper listen and act each day to make a difference in ourselves as the cells of this caterpillar becoming a butterfly, with our communities, with our communities, our countries, and the world as a whole. We can, we are, we will. This next one that I want to close with is Rumi. And it's for you. You have no idea how hard I've looked for a gift to bring you. Nothing seemed right. What's the point of bringing gold to the gold mine or water to the ocean? Everything I came up with was like taking spices to the Orient. It's no good giving my heart and my soul because you already have these. So I brought you a mirror. I brought you a mirror to look at yourself and remember me. I thank you all. Oh, take another breath there. I'm so grateful that you're here with me in this video, with me and us on this planet. And I'm so glad you're here to the miracle and amazingness of you. Please share, please like the page. You'll find out when I do this again, which is every Wednesdays at 10 a.m. Mountain Time. There's definitely a lot of challenges in this time. If you're feeling stuck, if there's stuff that you want to move through, please message me. I've been graced with being able to make a difference with a lot of people, and I'd love to see what we can create for you. So, how amazing and blessed and miraculous in this unfolding every week can it be? Can you be in the recognition of yourself, the greatness of you? Have a blessed week. Thank you so much for joining me. And how amazing and miraculous can it be? See you next Wednesday at 10 a.m. Mountain. Bye bye.